Comments can be used to explain Python code. Comments can be used to make the code more readable. Comments can be used to prevent execution when testing the code. So let's see one example here. So it's not going to be executed. Comments cannot be executed, but it is useful for the other developers who are working on the same project. For example, I say this is a comment. See, nothing has happened. When I say print, this is a print function. Notice it has been printed. Python has multi-line comments. Python does not really have a syntax for multi-line comments. To add a multi-line comments, you could insert a hash for each and every line. You can see here in the example, it is clearly mentioned that each line has each line is having a hash for declaring a comment over here. The same way, since Python will ignore string literals that are not assigned to a variable, you can add a multi-string triple quotes in your code and place your comment inside it. Python variables, creating a variables are containers for storing data values. Unlike other programming languages, Python has no command for declaring a variable. A variable is created the moment you first assign a value to it. In the example, you can see here x equal to 5, y equal to John. When you're going to print the x, it's going to be displayed as 5, and when you print y, it's going to display as John. When you want to test what type of class it is, you can test using the type. Let's say, for example, x equal to 5, print x, 5, right? Now I want to check the type of the x. Print type x. See, it's a class integer. And y equal to, in single quotes, this is a string. Print y, this is a string. Now I want to check the type. Print type y, class string, like this. Python data types. Built-in data types in any programming data types is an important concept. Variables can store data of different types, and different types can do different things. Python has the following data types built in by default. In these categories are string, int, float, complex, sequence type, mapping type, set type, boolean type, binary type. Python casting. Specify variable type. There may be times when you want to specify a type on to a variable. This can be done with casting. Python is an object-oriented language, and as such it uses classes to define data types, including its primitive types. Casting in Python is therefore done using constructor functions. That is called int constructor constructs an integer number from an integer literal, a float literal by rounding down to the previous whole number, or a string literal providing the string represents a whole number. Float constructor from an integral literal, a float literal, or a string literal providing the string represents a float or an integer string. See the example here. X equal to int of 1, then x will be 1. Y equal to 2.8, y will be 2. Z equal to 3. Let's see an example. Say for example x such that int of 1. Okay, if you print x, the output is 1. Likewise, y equal to int of 2.8, and if you print y, it will print 2 only. Same way, z equal to int of, within single quotes you can say 3, then it's going to print z as 3. See here. The same way, strings, same way, the same strings also same. If you do the same thing with the string constructor, we have str function. string constructor. When you pass string, it will be treated as string only. If you pass 2, it will be treated as 2 within single quotes, and 3, it will be treated as 3.2 as a string. You can use 3 double quotes. For example, here you can see to print the multi-line characters, multi-line string, you can use like this. For example, if I say uh, a equal to single quotes, 3 single quotes, this is a string testing multi-line string characters used in Python to test. Okay, now I'm going to stop this. See, now print a, you can see this multi-line characters. Likewise, we can print this. Note in the result, the line breakers are inserted at the same position as in the code. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for watching.